Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Timothy Carter.
Thanks for joining me on the podcast. Today we're going to just talk about how to spot a link scheme. Link building is a practical necessity if you want to increase rankings in the search engine results. Google's algorithms, like the algorithms of most search engines, evaluate the trustworthiness of your site based in part on the number and quality of links pointing to it. The more links you have, the more trustworthy those links are, and the more diverse those links are, the better you'll be seen and the more likely you'll be to earn higher rankings in the search results. However, link building is more complex than that because Google has a strict policy against the use of link schemes, deliberate attempts to manipulate your rankings using low quality, misleading, or otherwise unhelpful links. So, how is the average search optimizer supposed to tell the difference between a link scheme and a quality link building service? Well, Google's exact policy states any links intended to manipulate page rank or a site's ranking in Google search results may be considered part of a link scheme and a violation of Google's Webmaster Guidelines. This includes any behavior that manipulates links to your site or outgoing links from your site. In other words, if the links are unnatural and intended solely to manipulate rankings, the strategies used to place or procure them are considered problematic and may earn you a penalty. Link schemes are bad for everyone involved. They're bad for web users because they typically spam low quality links, which interferes with their ability to enjoy a positive online experience. They're bad for those link scheme practitioners because they're typically more likely to earn you a penalty than a ranking increase. They're also bad for Google because they make it harder to determine trustworthiness on an accurate basis. So, the terminology surrounding link schemes is somewhat vague. So it's easier to understand what constitutes a link scheme by looking at some examples. Buying links directly. This is one of the most important features of a link is context. It needs to be included in the body of a content with contextual relevance for the reader. If you're simply buying a link to be placed somewhere without any attention to the context of that link or the content around it, it might be part of a scheme. Link exchanges. A natural link building strategy should include links from a variety of sources. If you're only relying on one source or a handful of sources, this could be considered a manipulative link exchange. For example, one obsolete manipulative tactic involved purchasing or managing several domains, each of which had many links pointing to other sites in this network of domains. This is definitely considered a link scheme. There are many varieties of this practice, including straightforward exchanges, link wheels, link networks. Much like pyramid schemes, they rarely go by such obvious names, but you'll be able to tell what they are based on their practices. Another one is link automation. Almost any strategy that utilizes automation to build links is a scheme. Remember, context and content are important for the integrity of your links, and it's nearly impossible to construct those frameworks using an artificial intelligence algorithm or a simple automatic approach. Google wants to see sites with links that have been thoughtfully evaluated and intelligently constructed, which all but require a human touch. Spamming links. The quantity of links in your backlink profile does play a role in determining your authority within the search engine results, but it's certainly not the only factor. Some link building services focus on churning out links as quickly as possible, which is absolutely scheme worthy. Google does take notice when a site has a sudden influx of links, and it's generally regarded as a manipulative tactic. Quality link building strategies focus on scaling authoritative growth from the ground up slowly and deliberately. There are viable link building strategies designed to help you earn links over time in a natural way, and that's valuable to web users. These strategies are positive for the online community and support readers, publishers, practitioners, and Google all at once. So, how can you tell the difference between these healthy natural strategies and actual link schemes? Let's cover a couple. One, good question asked, are these links accompanied with content? If your service provider is attempting to build links with no content and no real context, for example, links posted by themselves on web pages in forum content or hidden on an obscure domain, definitely consider that a red flag. Solid link building strategies rely on high quality content as a framework for supporting the link. That doesn't mean every content-based link building strategy is necessarily valid, but it's definitely a good first sign. Another question is, do these links have value to readers? If you can, get a sample of links the company has built in the past. At the very least, ask for an example of the type of link this company would build. Does this link have inherent value to the readers encountering it? In other words, if you stumbled across this article, would you be glad this link is available or annoyed to see it? Google's most important job is to keep users happy. And you're users, and you're a user in your own right. If you're not happy to see this link, consider finding an alternate service. Another question, what kind of domains are being used? Look at the domains being used to build links to your site. A quality link building provider will rely on a wide variety of different domains from many different disciplines, and with a wide range of different domain authority scores, especially high authority ones. If your provider seems to have access to one small niche of domains, or if all their domains seem to be of low quality, it's a bad sign. And, how much is this service? The old axiom is you get what you pay for, definitely applies to link acquisition. Though not always a surefire indicator of quality, you can rest assured that if a link building service is cheap, it's because they aren't spending much time or effort on the links they build. Good link building is intensive and therefore isn't cheap. It's sometimes difficult to tell the difference between link schemes and valuable link building strategies. So if you're looking to learn more about earned links and content-heavy link building or, content marketing strategies, come on over to SEO.co and schedule a time to have a free consultation. Learn how we can help you scale your ability to outright and outrank your competition.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.